Hello and welcome into the Week 9 edition of the Commissioner's Corner in the League of Extraordinary Salesmen. The 49ers got a very ugly win against the Giants 34-24. We have a ton of injuries and lost yet again another player, Mikael Williams, to a torn ACL, our first round draft pick. The Niners just can't seem to get out of their own way. However, the Jets although they were on a bye, basically punted on the 2025 season, trading away Sauce Gardner and Quinnen Williams for picks. They were talking about trading Breece Hall for quite some time, but he still sticks around, and now they'll be able to get another wide receiver to go with Garrett Wilson, who will want out in a few years. But a congratulations goes out to Dolan, earning this week's high score with a 145.95 to 100.95 victory over Jeff. The $69 fab dump of Tyrone Tracy resulted in only 6 points. However, he did get very big days from Sam Laporta, Kyron Williams, and Kyle Monangai to help put him into second place. With that, let's take a look at our worst of first segment, brought to you by Jacob.
I'm driving home from work because I've been busting my ass all week, unlike my fucking team in fantasy, who's really let me down. I don't know how I ended up with low score the fucking week. I even had, 93 points? Like, every other week there's been somebody that's got like 70 or 60 points. But the one week I don't do perfect, I get dominated? Like, I don't get it. Anyways, congratulations, Dolan. Happy you won. Better luck next time to me, I guess. I don't even know. But congrats, Dolan. Happy for you. I'll be winning next week. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Jacob. We can see that you're working hard off the field. Unfortunately, your team is not exactly reciprocating that same level of effort, but better luck next week. With that, let's take a look at some other matchups from around the league. Jacob got off to a great start on Thursday with Lamar and Mark Andrews stack combining for over 41 points. Unfortunately for him, the rest of his roster completely blew, as I am able to get the 104.8 to 92.8 come from behind victory. Tony got a nice 4-touchdown day from Matthew Stafford, and Quentin Johnson found the end zone once again as he gets a nice 126.85 to 106.9 win over Jesse. Matthew is showing why he is the team to beat this season. Patty Mahomes has an off game by barely putting up 9 points, but he's still able to get the 126.7 to 116.55 victory over Val, led by CMC and Devontae Adams. Simmons has waited all season for Brock Bowers to help contribute, and he came through in a big way with 38 points and 3 touchdowns. His double tight end strategy paid off as he got the 142.25 to 113.25 win over Nick. And Goody had Jackson Dart get multiple touchdowns and DJ Moore shred a horrible Bengals defense to cruise to a 137.65 to 103.2 victory over Matt.
Hey guys, not that exciting of a week. The games seem to be pretty unevenly matched, nothing too close. Matthew trying to send some best wishes for me, but I still got my ass kicked, and now I'm in the position where I don't even know if I'm going to make playoffs. Tony keeps sending me some bullshit trades with people out on concussion protocol because now I'm desperate. But if I don't win this week, might be looking like I'm headed on my way out of any contention this year. But anyway, Jets still suck, Jesse still sucks, and it's time for your Sitter Sub of the Week segment. The Sit of the Week goes to Simmons, where he went with Rome Odunze, who got 0 points and has been held to 32 or fewer receiving yards in 3 of the last 4 games. Over Alec Pierce, who got 15.5 points from 6 catches for 115 yards. Now, this wouldn't have changed the outcome, but that 15.5 point difference would have been enough to give him that weekly high score over college roommate Dolan. The shit sub of the week goes to Matt with the waiver wire pickup of Samaje Perine. He tried to chase that 17 points he had last week against a bad Jets team. However, this week, the one carry for 5 yards only resulted in 0.6 points, and part of the reason he got steamrolled by Goody. Well, this has been unofficially brought to you by Beach Deli Midtown, where Aloha is served daily.
Looking ahead to next week, I have been able to rat off a few wins to pull myself into respectability, take on Jeff, who gets his full roster back from the bye week. Val was riding high a few weeks back, but with the injury to Jaden Daniels and losing 4 weeks in a row, is going to need the right to ship here against Tony. Jacob, looking to turn things around as well after that low score video, is taking on Jesse, who has completely swan dived to the bottom of the league standings, losing 7 games in a row and might be destined for the Yuck for Yellow. Dolan is putting things together at the right time as he is now in second place, going up against Matt, who has competition from Jesse for that Yuck for Yellow placard. Goody is trying to make a playoff push, but won't find it easy this week as he takes on Simmons, who is hoping to get one of those coveted playoff buys. And in the game of the week, it's Matthew going up against Nick. Matthew lost week 1, but quickly got on the heater as he has an 8-game winning streak, led by CMC, Devontae Adams, and Trey McBride, while Nick has Bijan Robinson, Marvin Harrison, finally playing some good football with Kyler Bench and early season MVP Baker Mayfield. Both teams are in excellent position for the playoffs and are hoping this late season matchup will give them an inside track to a bye. Make sure to follow this one. So as we turn our attention to week 10, we are coming down the home stretch here. You can feel it in the weather. Things are starting to change, and along with that, it's going to start to get to be some good fashion pounding ugly football style. We've got some great games on Thursday with the Raiders taking on the Broncos on Amazon Prime. Classic AFC West matchup there. Followed up by the 49ers taking on the Rams in the NFC West. Currently, both teams got 6 wins. The 49ers, however, just simply don't have enough players to compete. They did get a win earlier this year against the Rams, but this one is going to be tough. The Jets are taking on the Cleveland Browns, 10 a.m., not great. That should be one that they might as well flex to Tuesday when nobody cares. But we do have another international game in Berlin this time, of all places. The Falcons are taking on the Colts, 6:30 Sunday morning. So with the time change, hopefully you all are accustomed to it and ready to rock and roll. And then on Monday, great game with the Packers taking on the Eagles, a potential playoff matchup in the future. Couple of teams that have Super Bowl hopes going at it on prime time, so that will be very, very fun to follow for those of you out there. But looking ahead, as we all do, as the weather starts to change and we're feeling fall in the air, great time of year to be cozied up on the couch, feeling great with the football on and the stovetop cooking. Anyways, great times all around. Hope you get an opportunity to enjoy some football this weekend, and best of luck. Commissioner out.